Okay, my name's Andrew Lindo. I'm a graphic designer. Been a graphic designer for 20 years. I also produce, illustrate, and create children's books, which I've done 22 children's books focused around black heroes and figures in history. Basically, I had a dead-end job. I was working as a cleaner in Royal Mail, and the manager there was asking me if I got any skills. So I said, yeah, I can draw. And he says, why are you working here doing this? You can draw. So one day I just walked out. And then I went career. I just thought, sadness, what am I doing this for? So I walked out. And I went careers advice and said, look, listen, I can draw. He asked me to draw him a picture of Martin Luther King. And I drew it. And I was like, no way, that's sick. And I gave it to him, he framed it, I put it in his room. And then after that I started drawing. And I thought, you know what, I'm actually got talent, let me see if I can make some money from it. So I went to careers advice, that was on Broad Street. And I asked them, what can I do with art? They said, you can get into fine art, you can do graphic design. And then she explained what fine art would entail. She explained graphic design. She said, fine art, you probably weren't going to get paid straight away because art is kind of hard for them. But graphic design, you can do graphic design work and get paid straight away. So when I heard that, that was it. When I did a course down Nacro, down Newtown, went from there to Matthew Bolton, did a 2-year thing, a BTEC, and then I went and did a HMD in North East Worcestershire. While I was there, I got a job for Pinder making the adverts for the Yellow Pages and the Yellow Book, which was the American version. And then while I was doing it, I put together like a magazine, which I called, then went on to call Whisper Magazine. And I did that, and I showed a lot of people. I just made I was interviewing people from the area, and I did that, put it together. So it was to inspire young people in the area and show them positive role models that they could relate to, because at the time I felt like there wasn't a lot of black people in the media that we could relate to. There was like black people there, like Lenny Henry and Chris Eubanks and certain people, but how relatable were they to me and other people from the hood? I don't think it was that relatable. They seemed quite detached. So like basically it's just a one man thing. So I was doing everything. So I was interviewing the people, then writing the articles, then doing the graphic design, then doing the photography, like taking the pictures of them. Then I do the research, the source for the materials. I just go get it spelled, so a proofreader to proofread it and stuff like that. So I send it to various proofreaders, because when I was working for Pinder doing the Yellow Book, that's what they used to do. They used to proofread all the work like bare times. So I just got everything proofread, edited up, and then I started editing, taking out what I needed to. So it was literally everything. So I did the sales, I phone companies, see if they wanted to advertise in it, walk around to Biggs and other shops and stuff like that, see if they wanted to advertise in it, and then I go distribute. At the time I weren't even driving, so I'd get my rucksack, fill it up, full of magazines, drive to all the spots, write to all the spots, and then put in 50 magazines, 20 magazines, whatever, in all the spots. So I did that all around Birmingham, so the community centres, schools, food spots, all of that. And that's how it went out. So it was just like a one-man band thing. So the work published, I think I got somebody saw what I had, a mock-up, and says, oh, you can get funding to do this. And then I come here in Custom Factory. There was a company called Unlimited, and I got 5k from them. That was enough to buy a Mac, the programs, and print one edition. Did that, and everybody was loving it. So I said, yeah, I'm going to do it again. So with that, I went out, tried to get advertisers, tried to make the money to do it again, which I just about did. And then Birmingham City Council saw it, and I was like, yeah, it was all over it like a cheap suit. I was like, yeah, we want this. We want you to show what we're doing with the youth engagement teams and them kind of stuff. So they spent a certain amount of money to put in 12 pages that would talk about what they was doing. It was like the Midnight Bus at the time. So I'd go follow them on the Midnight Bus, see what they was doing, take pictures, make it look sick and promote it. And they sponsored the 3 issues. But at the time, council was just terrible at paying. So I'd hand in an invoice, and it would just take forever to get paid. So I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. At the time I was doing I was printing CDs, mixtapes and stuff like that. So all the money I make from mixtapes, I have to take to get the magazine printed, because the Birmingham City Council ain't paying me. I'm running them down, and I'm like, running them people down is long. Like, for me, I'm a creative, I want to get on with work. Running someone down for invoices that ain't paying is long. So I just keep doing the work, keep doing it, churning it out, getting it out on time, Every 3 months it will come out. So every time I'd have to go out, do the interviews, spell check the book, graphic design it, source the information. Every 3 months I was just working non-stop. It got about, I made sure that the book really was distributed and got into the hands that it needed to get into. And then after that, I did a bit of travelling, had some time for myself, and then when I settled down, I said I'm going to do the books. So it was October the 21st in 2018. I said, you know what, I'm going to do the books. And I just started working, non-stop working, worked. I was working like 16 hours a day. Yeah, just going to do everything, did the research, see what characters I wanted to do. Just started, for creatives that know, when you're in a creative flow, you're in a creative flow. Like, there's nothing, I wouldn't eat, I probably eat once a day. Like, I wouldn't move, like I'd be in one spot, and I wouldn't break my flow. So it would end up being like 16-hour days, non-stop working, eat once, go toilet. There was points where I'd forget to eat, and just working. Within 6 weeks, on the 8th of December, I had the books printed. I had 10 books printed, so I did 10 books. I did my first series, and then by the 16th of December, I was in South Africa. So I had the Nelson, because I'd been to South Africa that year. I did one of Nelson Mandela, and I thought, if I could get the tourist board to buy into the book, they can sell them in all the bookshops and all the tourist areas. So I went there and tried to get them to buy into the Nelson Mandela one. It wasn't really that successful. It was hard. The struggles are real, man. The struggles will make you feel beat down and downtrodden. So I went to South Africa, didn't give up. I got them into 3 bookshops in South Africa, but I wanted to get them into the major ones on the tourist sites. So then I went straight to America. I was in America I think by Christmas. That's it. Like a couple of weeks later, I was in America, and I got them into some stuff. Where did I go? I think I bought 200 books with me, and I sold them within. I think I was there for 2-3 weeks. Within the 2-3 weeks, I'd sold all the books. I took them to bookstores, and they bought it. I only knew one bookstore when I went over there, and the woman. I met a guy online. I'd watched his videos online, and he was his wife that run the business. So he says, you need to speak to my wife. He says, you got to come into the store. So I had to go to America to show them the books. So I went there, showed them the books, and luckily she bought 5 of each. I think she spent I don't know, what was that now, $200 or something like that. She bought all the books. She bought 5 of each. Then she was like, you should check out this bookstore. And then I went to that bookstore. They bought some books. They was like, oh, you should go to this one in Philly, Black and Noble. I was like, I know that, I've heard of that bookshop. Went there. He bought some. He was like, you need to go to this place. So it's like everyone kept recommending me to other places. Go here, go there, go there. And then by the end of it, I'd sold all the books. For me, it was important that aspirations were raised, because I just seen so much lost potential. I remember one of my brethren at school, he was sick at football. Mama got locked up for pulling a bag. So it's them kind of, and I used to see it, and I used to see so much potential just lost. You just look at everybody, look at this gold, look at everybody that's just wasting potential because there's no one to guide that energy into the right directions. And that's what I wanted. It was my way of doing something and changing the perception of how we think and how people think about us. So I made sure that the books was in schools, in community centres, in people's homes. So if I knew there was a black person that lived in a certain house, I'll put it through the door. If I knew that X amount of people are going to Russell's, I'll put 100 in Russell's, then put 100 more when they run out. Also the future, for me, I'm aiming to get the books into schools. A lot of the figures that I focused on is post-slavery, so I want to go pre-slavery and do a whole series of 10 books on pre-slavery. To take from my story for all your creatives is resilience, really. I've stood the test of time. I've been here, like, I've not had a job in like 15 years. It's hard, but it's a journey and an exciting journey as well. So if you like doing your own thing, you'll get mad growth from it. You'll be independent. You get to travel, meet new people. So definitely just try to learn to get a thick skin. When people say no, look for another way. Don't take no as a no, just look for a different way, a different avenue, a different way of doing things, because there's always a way. Just never give up. If you've got a dream, just never give up.